Hello, YouTubers. Hello, world. Today, I want to bring to your attention. What is today? What is today? I know it's Sunday. I know it's God's day, if you believe in that kind of stuff. But what is today? Well, I'll tell you. And have you noticed how none of the press are talking about it? None. Nix. Nada. Absolutely nout. It is the 3rd anniversary of this country going into lockdown. March 26th, 2020. They're not talking about that, are they? I wonder why. Can you remember that? You know, on the Thursday when you used to go rattling your pots and pans. Was it Shakin' Stevens? And they told us, no. It's only going to be 5 or 6 weeks. 3 years later, they're saying, oh, hang on, COVID's still around. I mean, and I know people that are catching COVID. I don't know why I did that. I know people that are catching COVID. It makes them feel quite naughty for 24 hours and then they just get over it. And I'm not belittling that at all because, you know, some people find it more difficult than others, but it's still around. We're just going to live with it now. But I will tell you this. There were only 2 people during the whole of the lockdown. I'm having to be very measured what I say here because they will take me off. So it's the 3rd anniversary. And initially, remember, it was 5 or 6 weeks. It was only going to be a little bit. There were only 2 men that actually stood their ground and told us what should be done. One, Donald J. on the other side of the Atlantic. Mind you, I'm not sure about swigging bleach. But he said the Chinese takeaway was Chinese. And then Bojo, oh yeah, herd immunity, brilliant. And it would have worked. Wouldn't have been profitable, but it would have worked. And now we're 3 years down the line to the day. I've lost some very dear friends. And I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've lost family members. But I'm going to get to Matt Hancock today because he still needs to foxtrot Oscar. Because this is the man that wouldn't let people see their loved ones in old folks' homes who died. Wouldn't that human need of contact, we're social animals, contact, even if it was just to hold the hand of your nearest and dearest, and that man said no. So why is society and people of this country, this sceptred isle, allowing him 10 grand a day? I want to make you aware of something that's happening on April 23rd. No, I'm not talking about our day, the English day, St. George's Day. Now, all these ignorant people who go, oh, it was Palestinian. He's our patron saint. And if you don't like it, oi, you know where the channel is. So April 23rd, 2023, what's going to happen on St. George's Day this year? And I do feel they've chosen that day on purpose. The government are going to send you a test emergency text alert, if you wish, to all mobile phones in this country. St. George's Day, they're going to send you a mobile alert to your mobile phone. All mobile phones in this country. Why would they do that? This is a country that's been through world wars. This is the country that is perpetually at war with somebody somewhere around the world every 10 years or so. Why would we need an emergency alert? But here's the rub. Unless you respond, you will not be allowed to use your mobile phone until you acknowledge that alert. Now, you know me. I'm about to give you a solution. So, when you do, when this alert comes through, because it's an emergency alert, it's everybody's going to die. We're Armageddon. Notice how they're using fear to control us. Again. So when you respond to this alert, this emergency alert, because Britain needs alerts, it's an old gag. When you do, the government will know exactly which phone is active, where, and will be able to link your phone to your personal data. But how would they have your personal data? Have you not got a government gateway personal ID thingy? No, it's not that. No. There was a reason why I told you about it's the 3rd anniversary of me and you and everybody else going into lockdown. Because remember when the only way that you could get out of the house, apart from rattling your pots and pans on the front doorstep for the NHS, quite rightly, did you ever have any of the apps on your phone so that you could go out and it would track you? And it would track you to the pub if you went to the pub, and you had to sign into the app to get into the pub. Remember that? And everybody was up in arms saying, we just want to go for a beer. Should have gone down to 10 Downing Street. There was loads there. So when you signed into the app, for the pub, to get the pub to have an odd snifter, they were tracking you all the time. And now they're going to attach you to that data. And there's a couple of people, well, one massive big country, and then a couple that are going to make shed loads out of it. So, wasn't there talk in Parliament that they wouldn't let the Chinese anywhere near running this kind of data harvesting? And then have you noticed it's Rich Boy and his missus that do the same? Well, the missus and her dad and her family. That's what they're into. That's their business. Rich Boy. So you see, it don't matter whether you unseat them in the next general election, because Rich Boy is already making his hundreds of millions. You don't matter. You think you've got control? If voting changed anything, they'd abolish it. But I'll tell you this, just keep 2030 in your head, because that's where it's going. I remember, I'm not going to go into too much detail, obviously, but I was aware back in the late 80s and all the way through the 90s of stuff that was going on. And there was various groups of people that just wanted to control us. And it's only like Bill Gates. Bill Gates he didn't Microsoft. Somebody else come up with that. Do you not know that? Philanthropy. Paying all the journalists. All right, Bill. So you can just kind of sit and complain. And rather than that, I'm going to give you a solution. And the solution could be, now this is for Jobs, Steve Jobs. It's for him, his phone, because it's not even Johnny, the designer. He's legged it. Or if you don't want these emergency alerts, you go into your settings, into notification, then scroll down to the bottom and turn off the emergency alerts. I've already done it. Can't even speak today. April 23rd, 2023, the government is going to send you a text. It's an emergency alert and you have to respond. If you don't respond, then you can't use your phone, and what the government will do will then align that phone with the data it's already harvested to know everything about you. Or you can go into your settings, into notifications, scroll down all the way down to the bottom and turn those beggars off. Now it's down to you.